David pulled over on the street and picked up his phone, then called the previous owner of the house.
Hello, Mr. Simon.
Hi.
I'm Wilson, the same person who bought the house from you.
Oh, I understand. What happened? Can I help you?
I prefer talking in person because it's a very long story.
Of course.
Where can I meet you?
I will send you the address via SMS.
Sure.
The Wilson family went to Mr. Simon's restaurant and met him. All the family members started telling the story, hoping that Mr. Simon would have a solution to get rid of this incident. When Mr. Simon understood the whole story, he started explaining the reason for this happening. He first expressed regret, then said,
All these events were a chain of events that happened by the previous owner. The family lived in this house before me. They did not celebrate Christmas, but the child of the family, who was about 8 years old, was very interested in Christmas and wanted to have at least one Santa Claus doll. However, his parents were not willing to buy him even a doll. On Christmas Day 2002, during an accident that involved the whole family, the child of the family passed away. And after this incident, his mother began to sew a unique doll to compensate for the broken heart, whose dress was made of velvet, and the face of that doll had a face similar to that of their lost child. The doll took about 1 year to make and was ready for Christmas 2003. From then on, the boy's family decided to celebrate Christmas with the joy of the soul and as a memorial of their son. The Christmas that year, the doll was behaving strangely. As an instance, the doll would turn on by itself and play Christmas songs or move around the house by itself. Even sometimes strange notes were found in the house, and in general, it had caused the harassment of the residents of that house. It was then that they realized this doll was haunted by the ghost of that child, and they had to restrain it.
Lisa said,
So, what are those small to medium-sized dolls for?
Mr. Simon answered,
After the boy's family imprisoned the doll in the basement, they buy some dolls and put them in the basement so that the memorial doll of their child is not alone and his spirits can play with them.
David asked.
Now how should we bring peace back home? Will we have to sell the house?
Mr. Simon said,
I don't think selling the house is a wise thing considering that you just moved into that house. But there's a way that can bring peace back to your family and home. You should go home and find the big Santa Claus doll with each other's help. You may have a hard time finding it, but it's not impossible. After finding that doll, put it in a special box and lock the door of that box. Take the other dolls and put them in the basement. Of course, the most important doll is the big Santa Claus doll because he's considered as a kind of boss doll. After doing these things, lock the basement door and make sure you don't go there again. This is the only way to bring peace back to your home and family.
After this meeting and the words that the Wilsons needed to hear, they thanked Mr. Simon and left the place to go home. On the way, an SMS came to David. When they arrived, he looked at his phone and saw that the message was from Mr. Simon. He wrote in the message,
For more peace and comfort, I suggest that each of the people carry a cross with them.
When the Wilson arrived at the house, everything was in the place except the front door, which was broken. As if nothing had happened. They had only one cross. They held it in their hands. In the corner of the yard, the same doll that David took out from the hood of the car could be seen. Leo walked to the doll and picked it up. Apart from that doll, 6 other dolls had to be found along with the big Santa doll. Because of the fear of something scary, the whole family stayed together instead of splitting up to find the dolls. They visited different places of the house one by one. They searched the kitchen, hall, rooms, and even the basement. In these excursions, they could only find 4 other dolls. In other words, 2 small dolls and the big Santa Claus doll were still hidden. While searching again to find the remaining dolls, there was a sound of something falling and breaking glass in one of the upstairs rooms. The whole family ran upstairs. They searched all the rooms. In Leo's room, there was a picture frame that had fallen on the floor and was broken. Leo went and took the photo frame. This was the photo of strange Santa dolls that Lisa had found in the corner of the house on the first day, with the difference that the photo was torn and fell out of the frame. Leo took the picture. Several sentences were written on the back of the photo.
Hi, I'm Kevin Robertson. I'm 8 years old now. I love Christmas. My parents did not celebrate Christmas as long as I was alive, but now that I'm gone, they celebrate Christmas in my memory. Please put my favorite doll where it's always Christmas. Just promise to play with me when Christmas rolls around. I love Christmas very much. Now you can find my favorite doll with my friends next to the Christmas tree in the gift boxes. Merry Christmas.
After Leo read the words on the back of the photo, all the family members were emotional and teary-eyed. They made their way to the living room and the Christmas tree. A big box was placed under the Christmas tree. Lisa went and opened the box. The big Santa Claus doll was in the box. Also, 2 small dolls were placed under the feet of the big doll. The Wilson family picked up the box and took it to the basement. They started cleaning the basement and dusting all the Christmas stuff that was there. They decorated the trees and lit up the room so that the doll would not miss Christmas Day. They put the big Santa Claus doll in its box, but they did not lock the box. They also put other dolls in the gift box and put them under the Christmas tree. After leaving the basement, the Wilson family neither turned off the lights nor locked the door. However, after this incident, no harm was seen from the side of the doll that seemed to be haunted. The Wilsons' daughter, Lisa, also promised to play with the big Santa doll every year during the Christmas holidays and join him in the family's Christmas celebration so that Kevin's soul would rest in peace. Now, what do you think about the end of this story? Tell me about your ideas in the comments. Also, stay tuned for the next creepy stories.